This particular social media post was influenced by the movie Selma. My wife and I saw it on yesterday, and I recommend it highly to those. It's worth the $10 a head. Go see the movie. Uh, I wrote, my wife and I were spellbound by the movie Selma this weekend. To see the sacrifices that some were willing to make for change in the 60s, and to see how complacent some are barely 50 years later. Wow, change hurts. Are we still willing to pay the price for change? My prayer is that we are. Pay the price for the change that you want to see in your life. It's been said a long time ago that if it's insanity to do the same thing over and over and over again and to then expect different results. Generally, if you want something that you've never had, you'll have to do something that you've never done. Change hurts. Change extols a cost. Change has its own toll booth. Are you still willing to pay the price for the change that you want to see in your life? In this particular movie, chronicled from the civil rights era, it goes over some of the struggles of the civil rights area, the marches, the events at Selma, that Dr. King and several other organizations were all involved in. But it was the sacrifices of the common Joe, the common everyday Joe. They wanted change, but they knew that change would extol a cost, yet they were still willing to pay the price for change. I lived in the Memphis area all of my life. Now that's almost 50 years. We want to see, we have so many complain about this or that in the Memphis area, but are we really willing to pay the price to bring about the change that we want to see? These folks were ready to make sacrifices. I know that's a bad word in the 21st century, sacrifice, words like sacrifice, long-suffering, paying the price. They've almost been struck out of the English language because everybody wants it easy. We're living in a microwave age. We're living in an age where people want antiques done overnight. It takes time. Life takes time. Life takes, it's a process. If you won't change, you'll have to pay the price. The change that you want to see in your life, if you're not upset, if you don't like what you're seeing on a particular landscape of your life, you can exert change. But the change that you want to see in your life will cost. You will have to pay the price, pay the toll booth. Perhaps the cost is putting in late hours, but perhaps the cost is changing some of your spending habits. Perhaps it's getting another job. Perhaps it's separating from a particular group of people. But if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. The scriptures declare in Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. We're reaping some of the same seeds because we keep sowing the same thing. If you want something you had never had, you have to do something you've never done. We got to get rid of some destructive cycles. Perhaps it means paying the price of coming out of the box. Yes, outside of the box is ridicule. Outside of the box is a public attacks. But outside of the box might be a brand new life, a brand new reality, a brand new, the freedom, the liberty that God created you to operate in, the freedom to operate in all the capabilities that God has placed inside of you. Are you ready to pay the price? These folks were prepared to pay the price. Memphis, Tennessee, for those of you that are listening, we complain all day about the changes in our community that we want to see. Black America, we complain all day about the changes that we want to see in our community. Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Are you willing to pay for change? If you want to see change, you're going to have to pay the price. Sometimes you got to put yourself out on the line. Freedom isn't free. Liberty isn't free. Change costs. There's no buy one, get one free on change. If you want to see change in your life, you're going to have to pay the price. My prayer is that you're still willing to pay the price. I try to stay along a motivational lean because I have some social economic leanings that if they come out, they're a whole lot stronger. I try to stay in a particular vein. But if we want to see change in our life, we're going to have to willing to pay the price. If you leave the price unpaid, change will never come to your door. You're going to keep seeing the same old landscape, the same old people, the same old folks driving down the same old street in the same old way in the same old crisis. If you want to break the destructive cycle in your life, pay the price for change. Change may cost an extra shift at the job. Change may cost changing your work, your spending habits. Change may cost exercising and reclaiming your health. But pay the price for change. These people were willing to put life and limb on the line to see the change that they wanted to see in their life. My prayer is that you'll do the same. Change costs. Pay that price today. God bless you.